One aspect of Gundam I've always found fascinating was the diversity of different mobile suit designs. Each show seems to have its own aesthetic, its own sort of spin on the classic mobile suit formula, and even within one show you can have a lot of very different looking designs. Because of this, there really is a Gunpla for everyone. And I do mean everyone. Hello and welcome to Channel 2S, your home for Gunpla news and reviews. I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and if you couldn't tell already by the title, thumbnail, and introduction to this video, today we are unboxing a Beargguy from Gundam Build Fighters, the Papagguy. The Papagguy is from, I guess, the Build Fighters expanded universe, maybe, because this thing's not in the show, this thing probably won't be in the show, and it's a frickin' Beargguy. However, this Beargguy is special because he comes with a little hat, and a little mustache, and a little tie, and even has a little cane, so he can twirl it as he dances. And ultimately, it was a combination of these elements that made me break down and buy my first Beargguy. So according to the front of the box, this is supposed to be Yuma's Gunpla, and when you flip the box over, there is a bit of story information down here that does seem to confirm that. Above that, there's just some pictures of the Papagguy, picture of the whole Beargguy family, and a bit of information about Gundam Build Fighters Tri, the anime that this guy didn't appear in. And then on the bottom of the box we have action shots. Yes, lots of action going on here, as you can tell. Lots of things going on. And I'm most interested in the tie here because I think the bow tie actually looks a lot nicer than the necktie. And it's nice they give you a couple different stickers so you have options between them. And speaking of options, it also looks like, as with pretty much every other Beargguy, you get a few different eye options, although personally I've always found all the ones except for the normal Beargguy eyes to be kind of unnecessary. Of course, those angry, glaring eyes you get are pretty cool as well, and you also get these kind of Mr. Fantastic extending arms, because apparently that's a thing the Beargguy does. And then once again, they're showing it with the Beargguy family. They look pretty cute together. And it says down here, display with other cute HG models. So apparently you can't display this guy with your cool models like the Strike Freedom, just the cute ones. Before we crack this open, I have one last comment that I want to make about the box, and that is they did not size this packaging right, because there's a lot of plastic in here, and the box itself, if you look at the bottom there, you can see it's about 1 centimeter too shallow. So when you push it down, it kind of bulges out in the middle, and yeah, I think they could have used maybe 10 cents worth of cardboard to give this guy a proper sized box. But as far as issues one could have with the model, this is probably the most insignificant one you could possibly have, so let's just rip this open. There we go. So inside the Beargguy's box we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 bags of parts, a colored instruction manual, and this time, for some reason, the multilingual assembly instructions were underneath the standard manual. So in the first bag, we understandably have Runner A, and Runner A is basically just a generic Beargguy runner. It's got a lot of the parts that are used by pretty much all the Beargguys, and this is the culprit that was making the box bulge up like that, because there are some freaking huge pieces of plastic on this. Seriously, I think these are probably the biggest individual pieces of plastic I've ever seen on a high grade. Not counting stuff like the Dendrobium or the Neo Zeong. There's also a foil sticker sheet in the first bag with a bunch of different eye options and then a couple little minor stickers for the rest of the kit. So far, so good. In the second bag we have Runner E, which was taken from the original Gunpla Builders version of the Beargguy. And then that's followed right up by Runner I, which is the only new runner we have for this kit. This has all the new tooling, the mustache, the cane, the hat, and then that little piece. And then there's a really big polycap sheet. Bag 3 gives us our first original HGBF runner. And there is some super awesome detail in this guy's feet. I'm not sure how well it's coming off in the camera, but there's actually a lot of depth to the sculpting on this, and it looks really good. Also more polycaps. This time clear and out of a slightly different feeling material. And then the next bag that I've basically lost count of at this point has this runner, which is from the Beargguy San, and it's a bunch of little random Beargguy parts. And then also in that same bag is another runner from the Beargguy San, and this one's basically just backpack parts. And then finally, in the last bag, we have what are basically all the real Acguy parts. So we have Runner B, which has pretty much all the major armor pieces for the Acguy. And then the D Runner, which is more Acguy parts, and while this is not labeled as a ABS runner, I am very positive that it is. First of all, it's got a very glossy look to it. The plastic has a much different feel. It's a lot heavier, and another way you can tell is by listening to the way it sounds when it's bumped. That's what this runner sounds like. Now compare that to a polystyrene runner. Totally different sound. So the final runner tally for this kit is 3 runners from the original Acguy, 1 runner from the Gunpla Builders Beargguy, 3 runners from the Beargguy Son, and 1 all-new runner for the Papagguy, plus 2 small polycap runners and a sticker sheet. So now very quickly moving on to the manual. There's some line art of the model on the front here, as well as line art for Yuma Kosaka himself. There's a bit of story info again in a more compact, easy-to-read format, and there's a little more info on Yuma in case you haven't seen Build Fighters Try. The inside fold of the manual is very interesting. It has a much different look than a lot of the previous Build Fighters kits have. You can see there's kind of like sticky notes or little, I don't even know what those are, but they're all over the place. All the pictures are in like these kind of picture frames, which makes it look very cute. But we got a quick write-up on the Beargguy F, the entire Beargguy series, the abilities of the mobile suit, and here's a closer look at those abilities if you feel like reading this yourself. There's also a quick write-up up here at the top talking about the more gentlemanly nature of the Papagguy. And the rest of the manual is pretty much just a bunch of pictures we already saw on the box, though I guess we didn't see that one. I think that one's new. Then down here at the bottom we have a promo for the whole Petite Guy family, all the different colors and flavors and variants they've done up to now. Then below that we have some cross-sells for some more normal looking Build Fighters kits, Transient Glacier, Luna Gazer, and then the last couple of Build Custom sets. And before I forget, here's the color guide. So we got gray, white, black, dark blue, red, dark gray, and that's it. And that is what you get in the box for the high-grade Build Fighters Papagguy. As you can see, big spread of parts, looks like it's going to be a pretty interesting build. But that's where we're ending it tonight, so as always, be sure to leave a like if you enjoyed this video. And if you're new to Channel 2S, I'm Second Soundwave, and here on Channel 2S, I do all sorts of Gunpla-related videos, from news to reviews to unboxings to build logs and everything in between. And if that's something you want to see more of, be sure to hit that subscribe button right about now. And don't forget to hit that notification bell, because I also do live streams now, and you don't want to miss that. And as always, I'm your host, Second Soundwave, and I'll see you next time.